Mr. President, I'd ask unanimous consent to substitute House File 889 for Senate File 610.
You are in order.
I just make that motion.
He's asked for unanimous consent. Seeing no objection, you are in order for opening remarks on House File 889.
Thank you, Mr. President. Colleagues of the Senate, we all are very much aware of this bill and what this bill does. It has several provisions. Most notable is the fact that here in this great state, we're going to prevent vaccine passports from being issued and prevent different entities, political subdivisions, from enforcing vaccine passports. Mr. President, that would conclude my opening remarks.
Is there further discussion on House File 889? See no further discussion, the chair recognizes the senator from Dallas, Senator Chapman, for final remarks on House File 889.
You know, Mr. President, they say when there's not a lot of debate, just sit down and vote. But I have to bring up one more thing. I don't get a lot of opportunities to be here on the floor and talk about this. So, you know, in the committee process, we did hear concern that this really doesn't happen in Iowa, et cetera. The Des Moines Register editorial board wrote an article. It was stunning, Mr. President. Part of their article is encouraging Iowans to put pressure on other Iowans to force vaccines. And it says, we can also take action to nudge the vaccine needle in the right direction by using encouragement, accurate information, and yes, pressure. What can you do as an individual? Then they say, refuse to gather in person with those who have not been vaccinated. You may not be able to control whether your uncle gets a shot, but you can control whether he eats and breathes in your dining room. They go on to say, when making appointments for everything from haircuts to dental cleanings, inquire whether staff have been vaccinated, and then only patronize providers who have been. They go on to say, ask your elected officials if they've been vaccinated. Make them go on the record. This is the garbage of the Des Moines Register. It's absolute garbage. Your First Amendment does protect their right to print garbage, but that's exactly what it is, and they wonder why they're losing subscriptions day after day. Iowans don't want to be forced to have a chemical injected into their body to be able to go to a baseball game, to go to the grocery store, to live their lives. And so, Mr. President, I am so enthusiastic and excited to be able to run this bill, to have the opportunity to vote on this bill, because here in Iowa, we will protect Iowans from being forced by tyrannical governments to inject their body with chemicals that they may or may not wish to have. So with that, Mr. President, I would ask that House File 889 be read for the last time and placed upon its passage.
The senator from Dallas moves that House File 889 be read for the last time and placed on its passage. Those in favor of the motion say aye. Aye. Those opposed say no. The motion prevails. The secretary will read.
House File 889, a bill for not permitting the mandatory disclosure of whether a person receives vaccination for COVID-19, disqualifying certain entities receiving state grants or contracts, including effective date provisions being enacted by the General Assembly State of Iowa.
The senator from Dallas moves the reading thus far be considered the last reading of the bill. Those in favor of the motion say aye. Aye. Those opposed say no. The motion prevails. Is the title agreed to? The title is agreed to. The question now, shall the bill pass? Those in favor of passage of House File 889 will vote aye. Those opposed will vote no. The secretary will open the voting system and receive your vote. Senator from Johnson, Senator Walls, you are in order.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Please excuse Senator Hogue until he arrives.
Senator Hogue is excused until he arrives. Senator Guth votes aye. Senator Kornbach votes no. Has every senator voted? Every senator has voted. The secretary will close the voting system. The secretary will lock the voting system and record your votes. The Senate will pay attention to the result of the roll call. Those voting aye, 32, no, 16. The bill, having received a constitutional majority, is declared to have passed the Senate, and the title was agreed to.